All right, everyone. I'm doing a video that is upright. I don't usually do videos like this, but sometimes I just get tired of setting it all up. But yeah, I came across this saying, and the last week or so, I have made a decision for myself to change the way that I think about a lot of things and to learn certain brain skills for myself so that I don't keep falling back into these really bad places and ruts that I get in. And listen, y'all, I know all about the good. I know all about the bad, and I know all about the ugly. I know about mostly everything in life that you can possibly feel or go through or have happen. And when I say these things, I'm saying them for myself on these videos. And if anyone out there takes this or leaves it, that's fine. But it's nothing to take personal or take to heart. It's just words. It's just words. It's just expression and venting. That's all it is. But I ask everyone out there, I think a lot of us, we are addicted to feeling sorry for ourselves. I think that we are addicted to bad things, feeling negative, speaking about things that are doomy and gloomy. And I know how that is to be addicted to sadness. Like the song, you can be addicted to a certain kind of sadness. I know what that is. And sadness is not as bad as depression and other things like that. Those things are really bad, and I know how they can get, and I don't ever want to get that way again. And I made up my mind that I am not going to live the way that I was living the last couple years for myself because it wasn't working. It just wasn't working. Even though I was being genuine with y'all, the way that I felt and the things that I was saying, but I have got to start doing something for myself. I have got to go outside of what is comfortable for me. I have got to dive into the unknown in my life. And another thing that I used to do, and I want to get back to doing, and I am going to get back to doing. See, I'm not going to say I want to get back to doing, because that's another reason I did this video, real quick, before I lose train of thought. I wrote in my notebook here, this is what I wrote. If you can see it at the top, I wrote, "Show up, Nate, the 9th, May 9th, 2022. And I always write in the notebooks all the time. I always write stuff. But anyway, my grandfather had called me yesterday on the 10th, and he said that he was looking for someone to clean his sheds out. He has 3 big sheds, and nobody wanted to do it at all. And even I didn't want to do it. My mom just said, "Hey, look, your pop wants you to help do this." And I'm like, I don't want to do it, but I said, you know what? Let me go and do it. I will feel better about myself. And even though it was a pain in the ass and I got kind of sick doing it because there was it's like a lot of mold and dust and old shit that's been sitting around for decades. Hopefully I don't get something from doing it because I did feel really sick. I just woke up. I mean, I've been sleeping for a long time. I didn't feel good. I had a headache and everything. It was pretty bad. I like driving home was really bad. But anyway, it's done and over with. It happened. But when I wrote this in my notebook, I wrote it and then I did it. And I felt so much better about myself. And what I'm doing now, and I've been doing for a while leading up to this, it's not like this just came out of nowhere, y'all. I have been writing in my notebooks, I will do. I am going to get. I will be thankful. Like things like this, like I'm affirming what I'm going to do and how I'm thinking. I'm not writing stuff like I want to stop smoking. Oh, I want to quit eating so much. I want to walk, but it's too tough. It's like I know how it is. I'm saying this for myself. And if however y'all take it out there is how you take it. But I know how easy it is to make up excuses for stuff. And the thing with me, I'm not making an excuse with this thing. Sometimes the physical things happening with me, it makes it harder for me to do things that I have to do for myself. But that's not an excuse not to move, even though I feel bad. Because if I don't move around and I don't do things, I feel horrible. It's just how I am. And if I do not do things for myself and things that I even I have a passion for some things. It's just the way that I've been thinking for so long. This negative, doomy, gloomy, black pill type stuff that I've been speaking about. Listen, y'all, I know all about that side of reality. I know all about that side of reality. And do we really want to keep living our lives like this? Do we really want to keep living the rest of our lives downing ourselves every day? Taking a dump on ourselves every day and saying, I can't do this. Life sucks. Everybody sucks. I hate everything. I don't like people. I can't stand people. That is what my problem is that I keep doing that to myself and I keep putting myself in these ruts. And I'll admit it, I put myself where I put myself. I put myself there. You didn't put me there. My mom and dad didn't put me there. My brother and sister, my grandparents, the world, the person down the street, my neighbor. Nobody put me there but myself. And I know how it is when you're someone that like me, when I get really down and out or I get in these really bad times, I don't want to hear it. I want to hear other people speaking the same way. I want to hear other people blaming other people. I want to hear other people saying that life sucks and that, life is so bad and that everything is cruel and all these things. Yes, there are things that are like that, but not everything is like that. And listen, I just thought of this when I was in the bathroom doing my thing. I think that the 60s and the 90s are very similar times. And I know for me, the 90s was one of the best times in my life. I loved the 90s. The 90s was an awesome time in my life. And the reason I'm saying this is because I really, really think for myself that the 2020s is a time for renewal. I think this is a time for new things, not for everybody to keep following people. And now listen, when I say that word follow, that doesn't mean that I don't want y'all to follow my channel or watch my videos or when I don't like using the word follow though. It's you're here because you might want to listen to what I say and that's cool. But I don't think this is a time for followers, for wannabes, for hopping on the bandwagon, for doing what everybody else is doing. I know that this is a time for renewal because I have been watching, I have been listening, I have been viewing, I have been reading into, I have been studying, I've been looking into these things. And I just see so much doom and gloom, depression, suicidal thoughts, just so much negative, bad stuff that I just can't do it anymore. And I won't do it anymore. I won't do it anymore for myself. Now, I say that for myself, and I'm speaking about a video, and I'm giving that video to y'all so that you can do whatever it is that you do. But I'm done with it, y'all. I can't do it anymore. It's not good for my health. It's not good for my mental state. It's not good for my psychological state of mind. It's just not good at all. And I will not live my life like that. I just won't do it. I just will not do it. And now listen to this. It's the 60s, then 2 decades, then the 90s, then the 90s, then 2 decades, then the 2020s. So I really think that, now even though that's just a mathematical equation and it sounds superstitious and stuff, which it kind of is, me being superstitious, but I really think that the 2020s, just look what has been happening. Like 2020 was the year that the coronavirus happened, where it got really bad. And all of these things that we have been going through as people, all of the depression, all of the suffering and stuff. But you know what, though? Let me say something real quick. Those of you who are healthy out there, those of you who do not have physical issues or physical pains or trauma or a brain injury or something, has it really been that bad for you? Has it really been that bad for you? Now, I know you probably don't want to go to work. You don't want to, you don't want to do these things that you might have to do, just like I don't want to do them. I don't want to do some of the things that I have to do in order to feel better for myself. Believe you me, I do not want to do them either. But when you do them, and when you just say, look, I'm done procrastinating, I am done doing the things that I am used to doing. I am not going back to that old dead sack of meat that I was yesterday. I am not going back to the man that I was from 2 weeks ago. That is done. That part of me is over. That I shed the snake skin of that man, and that man is dead. Now, this is a man speaking new words. Excuse me. This is a man telling you things that I will be doing for myself. I'm not just telling you this to tell you this. Whatever I tell you is what I'm doing and what I'm going to do. You see? And I just see there's so many of us out here that we say that we want to quit doing something. Oh, I want my life to be better, and I want to have this for myself, and on and on and on and on. And you keep saying you want it. Then say that I'm going to get it. Not say I want it. I hope that. Do you hear how it's just nonsensical to say those types of things? You're wasting your breath. You're wasting your time and energy doing that. Cheers to everybody. So yeah, I made up my mind. There's a saying that I heard about a week ago. I don't know exactly when it was, but it goes, don't be a victim, be a creator. Even if you're not someone that creates stuff right now, and you don't write, you don't draw, you don't do music, you don't do graphic design, you don't do arts and crafts, you don't make videos, you don't want to be an actor, anything. That's another thing that I really want to do. I want to go act. That's another thing that I just want to go do. I'm looking into my health stuff right now. And I will, after my health stuff and I get some things checked out, and let me think that that's going to go well. But another thing, expect the worst, assume the best. This is what I do. I expect the worst and I assume the best. It's one of those contradictions for me that is like perfect. It's a perfect contradiction. It's basically like saying expect the best, expect the worst, expect the worst, assume the worst, expect the best, assume the best. But it's just flipped on its side in a weird way. But yeah, that's my life motto now, is expect the worst but assume the best. And after I get some things checked up and I go to the doctors here to see if I can find out what some of the things that's going on with my health, I am making a move. I am making a move. I will make a move in my life because I can't keep living this way. I cannot keep doing it. I'm telling you that I can't keep doing it. And when I'm telling you that, I'm telling myself that, you see. I'm telling myself that I cannot and I will not do this anymore. I will not do it anymore. I will never let myself go back to how I was 2 weeks ago. Never. I will do anything in my power, and I don't mean some corruptible, bragging, boasting, whatever type of power. I'm not talking about that type of power. I'm talking about whatever is in here that I can do, or that's why I want to practice these certain things and I want to learn certain things and, do things for myself that will allow me to not go back to those places, and I just really think a lot of us, we are heading towards disaster. And I know that I was, and maybe some people need to go through that stage. I don't know. I'm not stopping anyone, and I'm not telling anyone that they have to be any kind of way. And this is what I'm going to end the video with. If there is anyone that tries to give you or force a specific doctrine or teaching or some kind of writing thing that they did onto you, those people do not want you to be yourself. They do not want you to find who you are or to be who you are or to do the things you want to do. They want you to do what they want you to do. They want you to follow what they want you to follow. They want you to read and learn what they want you to read and learn. I'm not telling y'all you have to do anything that I say or do at all. At all. I'm just telling you my life story and what it is that I'm doing. Plain and simple. That's all I'm doing, is just telling you things that's going on with me. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm still going to tell you, if I start getting into one of my things, I am going to expose it right then and there. I'm not going to let it get into that big ball again like I did. There's just no way I can do that. But yeah, anybody that is trying to tell you to follow something or to be a part of or read this thing or go by this doctrine or teaching, see me, I'm a cherry picker. When people call you a cherry picker, they're just ignorant. They don't know what they're talking about, because that's what we should do. We should cherry pick things from every single teaching that there is. We shouldn't judge it. We should look at the good and the bad of it, but yet take things that apply to us, that will help us, that will do what needs to be done for us mentally, physically, psychologically, whatever you want to call it. And I cherry pick each thing from each teaching that I hear, or each person that I hear on YouTube, or anything that you can think of. I cherry pick and I take the things that I need for myself. And then when I learn these things, it might not sound like a lot. It might not sound like a lot what I'm doing, but it's the aura that I'm giving off. I'm giving you all of me in these videos. I'm not holding back nothing. When I get something and I feel a certain way, that's what I want to give back out however I can. And the only way I know how to do that now is through these videos or through other means of the arts stuff. And that's just how I do it. That's how I vent. But yeah, y'all, this is a time for renewal to me. This is a time for renewal. This is a time for thinking differently, not just following whatever and jumping onto the bandwagon of everything else and trying to fit into whatever and wherever everybody else is trying to fit into and do what everybody else is doing. But that doesn't mean that we can't get along. It doesn't mean that we have to hate each other. It doesn't mean that we have to spite somebody else. It doesn't mean that we have to fight or argue or have these disagreements. So what? We disagree on stuff. We don't, not all of us think the same. That is the beauty of this life, is that me and you are different and we think different and we act different. Each one of us is different. Not a one of us is the same in the sense of how we think and the passions that we might have for something in our life. Nobody is the same. What does something for me is not going to maybe do something for someone else. What does something for you might not do something for 10 other people that you're with, but it might do something for you. And that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what Jeff, Steve, Brittany, Tom, Joe, Lisa, Tina, Augusta, whoever, it doesn't matter what they think. It matters what you are doing for yourself. That is all that matters. And the last thing I'm going to end this on, when you're doing these things for yourself, I want to serve other people as well. I want to serve. That's the whole point of me doing this, is I love serving other people. I love getting information for myself, metaphorically love. Getting information for myself and learning new things for myself. And I like to give. That's what I have a passion for, is to give people what I learn. Give. That's what my name means. Nathan means he has given, to give. That's what my name means. And my mom gave me the right name because that's what I like doing. I like giving and serving people. And through my aura, through the energy that you're feeling on this video, if you're in connection with the energy that I have, then this will resonate with you. And I'm not talking about you have to connect with it and all this stuff. I'm just saying, I give you my energy. There's also energies too. You don't even have to say anything sometimes, and you can give someone your energy by not even saying a word. Have you ever been around someone and they just sap your energy as soon as they speak or as soon as they say something? And it's not even their fault. They don't even realize what they're doing for themselves. And then how do we tell those people, hey, look, you're doing what you're doing. I don't want to offend you, but I really can't be around you because you're sapping my energy. It's like, that's how I feel with a lot of things, and I have to be kind of careful with what I'm dealing with, but I don't want to keep excluding myself. I don't want to keep reclusing. I don't want to keep isolating from people because I can't deal with the problem or face what it is that's happening or going on. That's just stupid to do that. That's just dumb for me to do that, because all I do is put pressure on myself. All that I'm doing is making me worse. All that I'm doing is putting myself into a corner and living in fear and letting fear paralyze me again. And I won't let it do it anymore. I'll say, look, this is me. This is who I am. Do you know who you are? Who are you? Tell me who you are. I don't know who you are. Only you can know that for yourself. I can't know that for people. But anyway, I'm getting on a tangent here. I'm going, but this is what I like doing. This is what I had. This is what gives me my energy, is to talk with y'all in as real as a manner as I can possibly talk. And it's what gives me something to live for. And I know there's a lot of y'all out there. You have channels that you're doing the same thing. It's just the way that you're thinking. We have these habits that we keep getting caught up in. And because I know for myself, I keep getting caught in these habits that keep paralyzing me with fear and panic attacks and these other things. And what I'm doing now, I am doing something to change that so that does not happen for myself. And why wouldn't you want to do that for yourself? Why wouldn't you want to do that for you too? But I can't do it for you though. That's what I'm saying. I can't do it. There just comes this time where I had to come through a very, very hard time in life. I had to make the decision whether I was going to do or not to do, whether I was going to procrastinate or actually do it. And now, in this time, May 11th, 2022, I am proclaiming that I am a new individual. I am thinking of new things. I am doing things in my life that I really want to do now. I'm getting things done. I'm not procrastinating anymore. I will do the things that I want to do. I will serve myself and other people. I will give what I get, and I will give back in return. So that's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm leaving it right now. It's going to be a great day today, y'all. It's going to be a great day today.